WCBI News at 6 starts now.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. After the results of June's municipal elections were scrapped, Caledonia voters are back at the polls today. Our Victoria Bailey has been there all day finding out about the aftermath from the first go-round and then what's different this time. She joins us live from Caledonia with the very latest. Victoria.
That's right, Andrea. Throughout the day here at the Caledonia Community Center, I had the opportunity to talk to voters as they came in and out to cast their vote. Now, some of them are frustrated to have to come back to vote a second time. Others are relieved. But everyone agrees that this was necessary to be able to ensure the right leadership made it into the office.
This time, just trying to be better prepared with everything. We tried to make sure there wouldn't be any mistakes.
After 3 different counts, confusion, and controversy over who won the June 6th general election, commissioners in Caledonia set a brand new election to decide the winners in the mayoral and alderman races.
I think it's just kind of a godsend, honestly, that it didn't work for a reason the first time, and maybe this is our chance to make it happen this time for the right reasons.
Town Clerk Lindy Thomason says due to actions taken in the previous election, they are suffering the financial consequences today. Though the election won't cost more than it did last time, there was no room in the budget for a redo.
We did have election budget line that we had like $2,500 for, and but we've already almost spent all of that. We're down to like $200.
Thomason says town officials are doing everything they can to make sure this election is accurate and sticks.
Check with the circuit clerk's office here as well in Lowndes County, because they are more familiar with doing elections and all. They are going to be available to us by phone, so we can call them anytime during the election or the counting, the canvassing part, tallying of the votes. The Secretary of State's office does have a representative here this time, but we are not allowed to interact with them at all. They're just watching and observing, making sure everything's done correctly.
Caledonia resident Jack Mercer says he appreciates all the extra precautions the town is taking, but hopefully this will lead to permanent change in the future.
But this is the last election. Went to the meeting the other night. We're going to use paper ballots. Now we're going back to the electronic. We'll get it done in 2 minutes.
Now, Thomason says for this election, the town experienced a slight increase in voter registration from 735 to 744. Now, polls are open for a little while longer, but they officially close at 7 p.m. We're live in Caledonia. I'm Victoria Bailey for WCBI News. Andrea?
All right, Victoria, thanks so much. We, of course, will have all of the election results from Caledonia coming up at 9 and 10. Well, some roads in Noxubee County are getting a makeover. Dirt roads make up 75% of the county. The Board of Supervisors working to change that. District 5 Supervisor Bruce Brooks has 80 to 90 miles of roads in his district. His ultimate goal is to eventually turn them all into paved roads. Right now, though, he's working on getting 10 miles paved. They're about halfway there, he says.
I looked at the roads that are mostly traveled and where my resident lives, and I also looked at where my churches are, because this day and time people like to go to church and keep their cars clean.
The 8.5-mile project will cost $192,000. They expect to be finished with the project by next Tuesday. 2 bridges will be closed in Calhoun County for repairs. The Mississippi Office of State Aid Road Construction ordered county supervisors to close bridges on County Road 308 and 247. 308 is near Big Creek, while 247 is closer to Bruce. Those bridges are old and in desperate need of repair. They will be closed early tomorrow morning. It's not known how long it will take to make those repairs. Well, it is heartbreaking to hear stories about pets that overheat during the summer. Animals die every day from sitting in hot cars, and there are plenty of injuries to paws from hot pavement. WCBI's Parker King spoke to pet owners and a vet to find out how to prevent extreme heat from harming your best friend. He joins us in the studio with that story. Parker.
Andrea, contrary to popular belief, pets don't really have that much higher of a heat tolerance than we do. Those minutes in the car and on the pavement are a different story. If you think it's going to be a quick run into the store while you leave a pet in the car, you don't know how quickly a car can heat up.
During 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes, the temperature can go from 20 degrees to 30 degrees higher. So it can kill an animal very, very fast.
And it's not just cars. Choosing the wrong time to go outside for a walk or run with your pet could be just as bad.
My friend, during the summertime in July, he came home and he had been biking with his Doberman at noon, in the middle of the day. It was pretty hot, and his dog overheated and died.
Pet body temperatures are about the same as ours, and just like us, 107 degrees is the point where it can be deadly. Leading up to that, a pet will experience dizziness, tongue discoloration, and panting.
And then once they reach the 107 degree, almost reach there, they're going to start having severe vomiting, diarrhea. They're going to normally lose consciousness, pass out, and then all their vital organs will fail and they will die.
It's important to take the right steps to keep your pets cool.
I have a black dog, and I only run him if I wake up early enough in the morning or if, late at night so he doesn't overheat, and I really try to watch him. And I try to make sure, if I do go out, I have water for him.
Make sure when you have an outdoor dog that you have an area they can get in the shade, plenty of access to water. A lot of people are putting ventilation in their dog houses, or they're getting those igloo houses and installing a cooling unit because the temperatures are just drastic.
Of course, there's also the obvious solution: don't leave your animal in the car. Dogs and cats are not the only pet victims here. Birds, reptiles, and rodents are also at risk from hot temperatures. And cars. It's important to have plenty of water, shorter fur, and some shade. Andrea, back to you.
All right, all very good advice, Parker. Thanks so much for that. We turn things over now to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson to tell us more about this hot weather in our first look. Keith?
Yeah, look at these temperatures right now in the low 90s in most spots. Tupelo as warm as 94. Winona a little bit cooler at 89. There actually are a few isolated showers out there, but in Tupelo right now we're looking at mostly clear conditions, some friendly clouds. Speaking of these showers, though, dancing around Duck Hill, southeast of Grenada right now, north of Winona, we've had a little bit of shower activity. One little blip there near Ripley, also near Boonville, and another batch of showers and thunder showers there in West Alabama. So we can't rule out a little isolated rain here. We'll take what we can get, but most of us will stay dry. Very warm, very humid this evening, and it's going to get hotter. The full forecast is coming up.
Keith, thanks a lot. A Brooksville homeowner is recovering from gunshot wounds today following an alleged home invasion. It happened Monday night on South Oliver Street there in Brooksville. 59-year-old Jesse Dent was shot in both legs by suspects that apparently gained entry to his home. Dent's wife was also there. She was not injured. The suspects have not been identified. The Brooksville Police Department and Noxubee County Sheriff's Department are investigating this incident. A Boonville teenager is still missing. Police need your help finding her. 17-year-old Angelica Dykes has been missing since Friday, June 23rd, that is. Angelica was wearing a green shirt, blue jean shorts with a red rose pattern on the left leg, and sandals when she went missing. She was last seen in the East Boonville area. Police have not been able to identify the car that she was seen getting into. If you have any information or you know where Angelica is, call the Boonville Police Department. West Point police are looking for a man they believe stole a pressure washer, that is. Around 7 o'clock Monday morning, surveillance video captured a man walking onto someone's property and taking the pressure washer. He left the scene in a 2000 model Buick. The suspect and the car are pictured here. If you know who the person is in this picture, or you have any information on this incident, contact West Point Police. Columbus police are looking for the man who robbed a convenience store last night. Around 9:30, a man reportedly walked into the Shell at 9th and Main Streets, displayed a handgun, and demanded money. He left with an undetermined amount of cash and ran south on 9th Street. That suspect, described as a black male with dreadlocks. He's around 5 feet 8 inches tall with a medium build. He was dressed in all black with a white cloth covering his face. If you have any information on this crime, call Columbus Police or Golden Triangle Crime Stoppers. An area college works to set students up for success. We look at what they're doing when we come back. Welcome back, everyone. Across the country, a major factor causing many women to drop out of high school and college is pregnancy. East Mississippi Community College is trying to change that. Representatives from the 6 counties in the school's coverage came together today at the Mayhew campus for a health and wellness coalition. The college has received state and federal grants as part of the Pregnancy Prevention Action Plan. They hope to educate students that starting a family does not mean ending in education.
It is all about ensuring success of students in school, encouraging them to complete their education, even if they do start a family, or to think about waiting to start a family until they finish their education.
The college plans to use the grant for staff training, brochures, online lesson plans, and health fairs.
It is hot, hot, hot across the Deep South. Widespread 90s right now. Widespread heat and humidity, and the heat index in some spots into the triple digits. More of that later this week. The full forecast is next.
First Alert Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
Some puffy clouds out there today. Our Alpha Insurance time lapse from downtown Tupelo at Fair Park. You can see how they're bobbing up and down. Those parcels of warm air rising up, producing the clouds, and then some of those clouds will go away and then they'll come on back. The nature of the game right now in the dead of summer, the dog days of summer, if you will. Hot weather for the end of the work week. Lots of sunshine here overall. Triple-digit heat indices. That's what we have to look forward to. We had some spots out there today. Tomorrow, Thursday right here, Friday. So we will just be baking under this hot July sun. Get ready for it. Now, we popped a few isolated showers out there in the region right now. West of Boonville, near Jumpertown right there, a little bit of a blip. Between Ripley and Blue Mountain, a nice little shower, so we'll take what we can get right now. And we've had a little batch of showers here in and around Grenada right now. The heaviest downpours near Duck Hill. There's actually a cell just west of downtown Winona. And farther east, you can see this little batch of activity here in northeast of Fayette, Alabama. And notice that little arc right there? That's another one of those little outflow boundaries. It is moving back to the southwest. And that could, pop up another one of these showers or thunder showers here over the next hour or two. It is what it is. We may still see a little bit of rain here this evening. The overall trend, though, for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with a big area of high pressure is for some dry and hot weather. We just talked about that. But there's actually some rain over here in the Carolinas with some energy that will actually be pushed back west as high pressure comes east. So we're calling this weather pinball. High pressure coming on in. We have this area of low pressure that will be squeezed back down to the southwest and then be pulled back up to the north. And that's what's going to be happening later this week. So in the near term, rain chances go down, but by the weekend, they come back up. For tonight, mainly clear after those isolated showers go away. 72 degrees, quiet and mild. Tomorrow, your Wednesday, 80 at 8 o'clock. Boy, that's a warm start. 90 at noon, 95 at 4 o'clock. We can't rule out an isolated shower or thunder shower. Most spots will stay dry. And look at those temperatures. Toasty mid-90s around here. Just warm across the entire region here. It is summertime. This is what happens right now this time of year. So no major surprises. Just hot and humid. The heat index likely in the triple digits for the next couple of days. Limited rain chances, but they will start to go up a little bit Saturday, a little bit higher Sunday and Monday. Andrea?
We're at the halfway point in the high school football tour. Stop number 30 previews the Hatley Tigers next in sports.
WCDI Sports with Tom Ebel is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
New coach, new divisional opponents, new year. Hatley looks to reach their second playoff appearance in school history in 2017 and are ready for the challenges they'll face in the upcoming season. The Hatley Tigers are the halfway point, stop number 30 on the high school football tour.
WCBI's 60 Schools in 60 Days is brought to you by Toyota, Let's Go Places, and Emerson Animal Hospital, where your pets are family in West Point.
A homecoming in Hatley. First-year head coach Ken Adams returns to Mississippi after spending 24 years coaching in Alabama. The Fulton native looks forward to making an impact closer to home.
This is an area that I wanted to be in, and it was fortunate, I guess, for me that the job come open and I was able to get back.
Coach Adams is an intense guy that expects a lot out of us, and I believe he brings the most out of us.
Adams will lead the Tigers into a new-look Region 4 3A, which adds Houston and Choctaw County into an already uber-talented region.
They're athletic. I mean, I said and most of the teams in our region, you know, is the same way. And but our kids, I've been impressed with how they work. I've been impressed with, you know, they from the first day I came on campus, you know, they've been willing to learn, and their work ethic is there. You know, we just got to continue that.
We got to focus on our game and not play other teams' football and play Hatley Tiger football. I seen all these guys behind me putting a lot of work, and I think we can make it far.
The Tigers have penciled in a playoff appearance just once in school history. This year's bunch looks to add to the Hatley history books.
It's my last year, just be able to give it all I got and play football for maybe my last time.
We just have to stay focused and trust the process and invest our time wisely, and I believe it will come.
Getting them to understand how to practice Monday through Thursday is more important than necessarily what's Friday. You know, I said, because if you don't do things right on Monday through Thursday, Friday doesn't matter. If you do things right, it gives you an opportunity on Friday night. It doesn't matter who you play.
The Tigers begin 2017 with a big-time test at home against Nanawaya. In Hatley, Tom Ebel, WCBI Sports.
60 Schools in 60 Days with Hatley High School was brought to you by Monroe County Farm Bureau, Holloway Body Shop, Cleveland Moffitt Funeral Home, and American Controls Technology Incorporated.
Mississippi State Athletics spent the day down in Jackson to get away from the X's and O's and be part of something bigger than sports. The Bulldogs spent the day at Batson Children's Hospital down in Jackson. Head coach Dan Mullen and the football team, along with men's basketball, volleyball, and soccer, did their best to brighten the days of kids who simply need a smile.
I want to be able to use my platform to give back to the community in some way, and I mean, I can't figure out too many better ways to get back to these kids here. I mean, it's wonderful, and anytime I can, I just love to get back.
You know, they get to look around the locker and look at each other and see how fortunate they are and the opportunities that they have been given in life. And, you know, hopefully they all band together and they take advantage of those opportunities.
And that does it for sports. With the last of your forecast coming up after the break.
Hot, hot, hot. That's the story right now. Mid to upper 90s for the next 3 days. Limited moisture chances. We have a few isolated showers out there right now. Those will go away. Rain chances overall will increase this weekend. So we'll need any rain that we can get after this hot stretch coming our way.
All right. Well, that is the news at 6 o'clock, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday evening.